You know, some days I look at all these buttons over here on this machine and I sit back and say, what do they do?
That's what that one does.
Did you hear
Buttons
that
to the
noise?
left of us and buttons to the right of us.
Yeah, part of that's true. Buttons, butts to the left of us, butts to the right of us.
Yeah.
I see how this morning's already shaping up.
Is it morning already?
But
Is it time to start?
it's just,
Oh God!
hey,
have
no,
we looked up there? Are we on?
we are
Are you?
Yes.
Hey, everybody.
have
Okay.
faith.
Yeah, we are.
It's Tuesday, just 2 days until Christmas morning. 9 short days before 2026 will be slapping across the face. Oh yeah, it's coming. Forgot to note yesterday. It was the day with the least daylight of 2025.
It was.
In some areas of the eastern United States, today will experience a whopping 30 seconds or so of extra daylight. I think it's 33 seconds here, if I'm not mistaken. Don't waste it all in one place, though.
Mm.
Each day through the summer solstice, which is coming up in June, next June, we will see additional daylight, starting off slowly with a half minute or so, increasing by the end of January so that you'll actually notice it staying light a little bit longer. Moving towards the late winter into the spring, we'll readily see the daylight moments increasing by 3 or more minutes each day instead of 30 seconds like today. Yay. Good Tuesday to one and all. I'm Rayford Brown, just as cynical as ever, welcoming you to Local Real Talk.
I'm Chris Marks. Just glad to be back with the team in the studio.
Straight from Hawaii.
Well, welcome back, Chris. And I'm Lee Barrows.
Yeah, he's all brightly colored in his Hawaiian shirt with Rudolph sliding in on some kind of a what was there? Two Rudolphs,
Really?
two Rudolphs, and a bunch of bears or three Rudolphs, maybe even more, and some bears and other things with red noses. I know what they've been doing. I know what they've been
Santa's
doing.
in the sand, so
Been what is that thing that y'all call that you drink and everybody likes to drink it at Christmas time? It's something about
Eggnog?
yeah.
eggnog.
Never even sounded good.
I don't drink it.
I don't drink
It's
it.
good, but I don't
I've never
hardly
had it.
ever drink it.
Oh,
But
we-
it's okay.
When you drank it, was it with alcohol? I think it's bourbon or whiskey or something. They put
My
in it.
mother used to be the secretary for Mayola Milk and Ice Cream right here in Jacksonville.
Oh, really?
And yeah, she was the secretary for many, many
I
years.
forgot the name of the guy that ran that.
Ray Casey.
There's another one too that owned
He
it.
he was the manager for many, 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 many years
The
till he
one that's
retired.
built up here on 17 North.
Right there on Sanders Street.
On where?
Sanders Street.
I don't know where.
Right there past the Family Dollar, a couple streets over from the Family Dollar off Marine Boulevard. If you're talking about the one right up here on 17, that was Coble.
Yeah, with the milk carton, the big milk
Yes, with the
carton.
big milk
I
carton.
thought that was
Coble.
Mayola in the beginning in the 60s when it was
Mm-mm.
built.
Mm-mm.
I think so.
I don't
in the
think
early
so.
60s because my dad built the place. But
I think that's always
I
been
don't know.
Coble. Dear.
I don't know. Have no clue. Short-term memory. I can't remember
I
what
know that-
happened yesterday.
Anyway, the whole point of the story was she used to bring home a lot of eggnog.
No, did she?
Yeah.
What did they get? Day-old eggnog?
No, I
Like they get
mean,
from the bread company?
they would get, milk, ice cream, stuff like
Uh-huh.
that. They paid a reduced price for it.
Oh,
So she would
okay.
bring it home from there rather than the grocery store.
Did they ever get any returned merchandise?
Not that I know. Who returns a carton of milk? Oh my gosh.
Let's turn here this morning. I hope all of you are ready for the big day to be followed by your property tax bills coming due. New laws coming on the books. Don't believe what you read about the new laws, though, unless you verify it through legitimate government sources. Already got a note as to how little the government thinks the cost of living has increased for those of us living on Social Security. Having paid into this scam for more than 65 years after taxes and medical insurance premiums in the form of Medicare, my letter from Social Security said I could buy one pizza every other month with the extra money for the cost of living increase.
Oh my.
if I didn't go to an expensive pizza place. I think they're talking about the grocery store, the $4.99 ones. Of course, along with the taxes and other stuff the government takes out, there's a lot of bucks to run the agency that takes all of our money. It costs so much money to be able to take the money that they take from us in the first place. It costs so much to be able to take that X number of dollars and then return it to us that it's almost not worthwhile. We're just paying them just to have the people on staff to do something that we're not going to get anything back on. Why do we even have them? They're just, you don't need this. We need it. We got the government, Congress is over here telling us we got to appropriate more money. We need more money from you. So watch out.
They have to have the money even more now. They got to build those big battleships.
Oh, we'll talk about that one.
I knew that would get you.
Oh, we're going to talk about that one. If a president had set up banks way back when, the bank of your choice, our choice, back in the day, and when he's talking about Social Security, well, wasn't that many years ago. If he'd set up, what bank would you, Ms. Barrows, like to have us to take out money from your income and have it direct deposited? It'll go straight from your employer. Instead of coming to us, it will go straight into your account that you can't touch until you turn 65. Do you have any idea how much more money you would have had in your banking account? Instead, what they did, they took it and put it into the general fund, you and everybody else. If they had set up Social Security that way and kept the middleman out, being the government, out of the whole process, we'd be rich.
What if I don't live to 65?
Well, that's the same thing. Well, if you don't live to 65 today, they've taken the money out anyway. Guess what happens to it? It gets used and they say, thank you. We appreciate that. We'll go build another battleship.
Well, I wish I had known back then what I know now, and I would have so much money in the bank that
I just wouldn't have paid Social Security and I put it all in the bank and said the heck with y'all.
Well, I paid Social Security all my life, so
so did I.
And so did I, and I didn't want to.
This. The U.S. government essentially owes the Social Security Trust Fund trillions in special Treasury securities, with estimates around 2.7 to 2.9 trillion.
Well, I want my share today. It's come due.
All of y'all are Scrooges.
And you can't spend any more money. We could get a court order to that effect, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'd be tied up in court. When a federal judge.
So then we got to pay a federal judge.
Yeah. Which I've never understood, because a federal judge makes a ruling, but a lower court judge can overturn that.
Did you?
I'm just saying.
Our system is whack.
I've said it on the show before.
I got y'all messed up now.
Can we?
We need a redo button.
Well, we did.
Well, I was going to check my heart rate, but evidently I didn't put my watch on.
We talked about it once before, and I said I don't like FDR, and that he's the one that started and said, we're going to help you. We're going to take this. We're going to make sure that you have money.
Reagan warned us about all that. We're from the government. We're here to help you. You need to slam the door and lock it and get your gun.
I know there's people that love FDR. Love what he did.
Bless you.
I didn't know him.
Well, I didn't know him either, but I know what he did to me.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say it because it's a family program.
Yeah, that's right. An Onslow County man has an appointment with a judge this morning to hear murder charges that have been brought against him. 40-year-old Chad Michael.
Go ahead and say it. I had the problem last night too.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Titman, according to Onslow deputies, was in a fight with 37-year-old Dylan Reese Blair outside the Anytime Billiards at 2 o'clock yesterday morning, 2 a.m. yesterday.
Name, location.
That place is on Maplehurst Road. EMS called, and when they arrived, Blair was unresponsive. They performed emergency life-saving procedures and transported the victim to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Officially, no weapons were used during the fight, according to the preliminary investigation, and Blair's death was attributed to the assault. Titman was arrested in jail without benefit of bond on an open count of murder. The investigation is continuing. Now, I dare y'all to try to do that.
No, I couldn't. Well, for all the people that had to comment on social media when the sheriff's office put the story on there, no, this was not the serial killer that some of
You
you
got to be
think.
kidding.
Some of them, like before, when the whole thing started, it was
There
like,
is a serial killer. There are a
you
bunch
talking
of
about Captain Crunch?
Yeah, there are a bunch of them in Onslow County. They go to the grocery store and they kill all the cereal they can eat every morning for breakfast. Get over it, people.
I mean, it started right away on that one. Well, there is a serial killer, and the person that took their own life over the weekend, or was it
Last week,
not
yeah.
long ago? Yeah, last week. People are saying that the same people. No, he didn't. It's suspicious. It's a serial killer.
You got to
Just
understand. They've
stop.
got to have something to do with their miserable lives.
Stop. I mean, we have very good law enforcement agencies in our county, between the county and the city. They know what they're doing.
And I'm so glad the rest of you are so much smarter than they are.
Oh, yeah.
God knows you're like teenagers,
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you just drop out of school or get a job while you
Some of
still
the
know
comments,
everything?
not even locally, just even on the Brown University shooting and the channel that I was watching the comments, people are suggesting what the FBI needs to do. Well, y'all need to do this, and y'all. And I'm like,
God knows they never thought of that.
oh God, but they're thinking, oh, gee, we never thought about that.
Mhm.
Let's go check a video cam. I mean, stop. Stop with the serial killer.
I read a comment last night that someone said Facebook has become the new National Enquirer.
It has been for quite a long time, and you are so right
Except
on that.
National Enquirer had class.
Yeah, they had pictures of three-headed.
Yes, they did.
And the political stuff now was just starting to. Oh, it's
Oh,
going to
good.
be
It's
like
gonna be a good year. Hot dang.
like this one
Something
is
else to
like
make fun of.
accusing this other of being a plant that was put in by Michael Watley in order to help dilute the votes and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my God.
Okay. Does
It's-
the president of the United States even have a rowboat? Have you ever seen him on ships or taking
Yeah.
a ride or doing
Yeah.
anything
You
on the
know what?
ocean? Have you ever seen him
No.
Never seen him
anywhere?
on a
other-
yacht.
No.
Maybe he's afraid of water.
John Kennedy, a World War II Navy veteran, he also sailed for fun after the war. Donald Trump, I don't think I've ever seen him near a boat. But now he wants a fleet of battleships.
Yeah.
Those massive, massive seagoing war machines with huge guns who used to fight with different types of wars, and he wants them to be built right away. I just want to know, is there something we haven't been told? Now, you conspiracy theorists, you need to listen up here. Here's a good one for you.
Lord.
Is there something we don't know that he and maybe the administration's got wind of? Are we on the brink of another world war? Not the kinds of wars that we've been fighting since World War II, but a world war where, they were won with battleships.
Yeah.
These are going to be Trump class battleships. Trump class.
In so-called normal wars, the country with the most powerful navy controls the sea, and whoever controls the sea pretty much rules the world. It's always been that way. Spain and England had it out for eons, and always depending upon who had the big navy, the biggest navy at the time won. Pointing out that many of our battle wagons are getting older and are not necessarily in any condition to perform against another more modern navy should there be a war. So Trump wants what he calls the Golden Fleet. Oh, great. Revealing he has already approved plans for 2 new, very large battleships. Apparently, Trump's been toying with this idea for quite a while. He claims the designs for these monster ships would make them 100 times more powerful than any ships ever built.
I believe that.
I don't.
I do.
A nuclear submarine loaded with 36 Tomahawk missiles. When they put the nuclear warheads on board, you can't get any more powerful because that will end this world as we know it today. 100 times more than that, what's the difference?
Well,
It's kind of like whether you shoot an ant with a BB gun or a 44 Magnum. What's the difference? Seriously. And when you put all of that firepower into one vessel, do you remember this boat? Oh, God, let me think about it. The Germans called it the Bismarck.
Yeah.
There's a song about it, Sink the Bismarck. The most powerful ship ever built at that time. Is that right? Is that what?
No, it was supposed. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I recall reading about that German warship. Went to the bottom when her steering system was hit by a torpedo. Couldn't go anywhere except drive around in circles and become a sitting duck. It's just like at the galleries there, the shooting galleries used to be.
Yeah.
The first of what he dubbed the Trump class of battleship had a working name of the USS Defiant. What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is vanity coming in play here or what?
Yeah.
well, Chris and I were taking bets on what the names were going to be last night.
His vision calls for the immediate production of two, with a future fleet of 20 to 25 new battle wagons. Congress is going to have a field day with this one. And how far will it get? Do we need to replace what we've got out there? Possibly.
Some of them.
We don't have a bunch of battle wagons. Maybe some of you war guys with lots of experience on the ocean can explain to me about battleships. I've been aboard a couple of the battleship memorials. Obviously, I've never been aboard a battle wagon in action. Do you know that parts from the USS North Carolina Memorial were removed during Vietnam to retrofit or to aid in repairing another World War II era battleship?
Are you talking about the USS Wilmington?
Yeah, USS North Carolina
No,
at Wilmington.
yeah, I'm sorry.
The battleship memorial there.
No, really?
Yeah, they took parts off of it during Vietnam to go to another battle wagon.
Oh.
It's because they needed parts. They didn't have them in the locker anywhere. Yeah.
So that's a good piece of history.
Yeah. No.
It's nice to know.
You
You ought to do the tours. You ought to do the tours over there.
You don't think I have?
Oh.
I lived in Wilmington 30 years, remember? I also paid a dime when I was in school to get that thing brought to Wilmington. Yeah. And a friend of mine was in an airplane overhead as he was shooting. His guy also owned Grandfather Mountain, Hugh Morton, and started the first Azalea Festival in Wilmington. He was the leader behind that back in 1948. But he was on a plane. He's a great photographer, shooting pictures of the battleship coming up river. And when it made a turn on the downtown on the Wilmington side, there used to be a restaurant called the Ark. It was actually a floating restaurant. And the battle boat took it out.
Oops.
When they made the big turn. That was a big ship coming up that river at that time, bigger than, to make that turn right where they were. Wow. I'll teach you, get out of my way. I'm coming through. Anyway, I don't know about these. I don't know, so I'm going to make a little fun of it, as other people are going to do as well. But if it survives the ridicule that a lot of us are going to exert, maybe it will show a demand to do a show and tell of why we need it and what it's going to do, what they're going to do, how much it's going to set us back. I don't have any more money to give you.
I did a little bit of asking Google and in a couple other places. I did some research.
Asking Google?
Yeah.
Did you get the artificial Google?
The
AI Google?
The last battleship built in America, 1944, which was the USS Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
So, am I negative about them building new battleships that are going to be better, faster, and new technology on there? No. And plus all the jobs it's going to give the people because it's going to be built right here. The jobs, everything. I think it's a win-win.
Didn't
Start
we
with
have a
one.
Democrat in during World War II era and prior to just say we'll put people to work and we will pay them with your money?
You
right?
need to be positive.
Work positive. They just came up. They manufactured jobs for people.
This could be a good thing. It could be a good
Well,
thing.
if the steel, all the steel is going to come from the U.S. and it's all going to be built.
Yeah, it's going to be made from.
It's not the steel that I'm worried about. It's all the electronics
Oh, well.
and all of the AI stuff that they're going to incorporate into the thing. And where's it going to come from?
Let's wait
Not
and
from
see.
us.
Hopefully.
No, he's got a good deal going with China. He loves Xi Jinping, remember?
Well,
what he
you
says.
know, let's see what all's going to come out of this. You know, it could be a very good thing. Very could be.
Yeah.
He said he was going to build the military.
Hey, Robbie, would you bring me some tinfoil?
You're just so negative.
Offshore out to 20 nautical miles today. We got gale warning in effect from this afternoon through tonight. Stay ashore, y'all, or at least in inland waters where it's not so blasted rough. Southwesterly winds 15 to 20 knots, increasing to 20 to 30 knots with gusts to 35 knots. That's about 42 miles per hour today. You're going to get blown around. I'm going to put a flagpole down, I think. Seas 4 to 6 feet every 7 seconds, 2 to 4 footers near shore. Sounds and rivers kind of choppy, becoming rough in the afternoon. Tomorrow, northwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming northerly in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 5, 2 to 3 near shore. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop. Thursday, southeasterly winds 5 to 10, becoming southwesterly 10 to 15 in the afternoon. 2 to 4 foot seas, sounds and rivers a light chop, increasing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. And it's bikini weather coming up
Oh my gosh.
for Chris.
I hope Tim didn't hear that. Today, a slight chance of rain before
Purple
noon.
winds, Tim, purple.
Partly sunny with a high near 64. Light west wind becoming southwest 8 to 13 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 47. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 68. Christmas Day, mostly sunny with a high near 71. Light and variable wind becoming southwest 5 to 10 in the morning. Winds could gust as high as 15. But don't get all excited because come Monday, our high will only be near 45. So we're going to take like a 30-degree drop come Monday.
45 is a great number.
Just for a day or two, and then it's going to warm back
I
up.
love 45.
So put your surf shorts away, Chris.
I love 45. It's a great number.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I like 9 millimeter too.
Yeah, it's too little.
No, it'll do the
for
job.
serious situations.
It'll do the job.
They say so many more of them.
We had a listener said that we should do the tour of the USS Wisconsin in Norfolk. Norfolk. My husband served upon it during the Iraq War.
Oh, cool.
Well, thank you, Donna. Thank you to your husband. Wow.
Yeah.
I've never been on that one.
It's too far north of here.
Well, Norfolk is crazy, the traffic. You think it's bad here? Go up there to Eastern Virginia.
You know what's? I came down some years back on a boat
USS Wisconsin.
from Maryland,
I could. No, I didn't.
and we had to go through the Norfolk Harbor, and the vessels, the ships, our fleet of ships, or not our fleet, a part of a fleet of naval vessels that are docked there. My God, it's like they were to the gray. They had a lot of gray paint in those days.
Yeah.
When they were building those ships, that was really cool. Y'all were. You're old enough, but I don't know whether you ever crossed the Brunswick River after World War II in the 50s and probably the early 60s when they had that bunch of dry docked Liberty ships over there. Oh my God, they were built and they had. Yeah. I wish I had been as a kid as hung up on photography as I am. Holy moly. That river
I
was,
just know it's Tim.
that river.
No, it's Steve.
That river was lined with dry dock Liberty ships from World War II. So anyway,
maybe Steve's favorite color is purple. Lee.
Steve's not going to get into stuff like
Steve's
that.
not going to do it. Steve, what's your favorite color?
That's not Steve.
Who'd you say it was?
My favorite color is purple.
Oh, there you go. He just told you. Say it again, Steve. She didn't hear you.
My favorite color is purple. I don't know what that signifies. I missed what y'all were talking about, but I mean,
Purple bikinis. I'm very
purple
disappointed.
bikinis.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed,
one of
Chris,
Lee's
and Steve.
stalkers is wants to see her in her purple bikini.
Okay. I can't argue that that's a pretty color, I guess.
Riding on his.
I am shocked at Steve.
I'd say that wouldn't be the disturbing part. You know,
Purple pencil.
You know, yeah. I don't think whoever that person's favorite color is the disturbing part.
His name is Tim.
The donkey man. Donkey man. You don't remember?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My God.
See?
He's. Did you know that he painted 2 of his donkeys purple?
No, I didn't know that.
Anyway, Steve, what's on your mind, Steve?
Why are you changing this?
I got you. I was listening to y'all talk about the whole battleship situation,
Yeah.
and the thing that pops in my mind is, why would the military decide that they don't need to build any more battleships for the last 50 years? Because they become obsolete.
Because we were fighting different kinds of wars.
Right. Warfare has changed since then, and battleships are big and bulky and expensive, and we don't really need those anymore. I think it's another vanity project that has his name on a Trump class something.
Trump class.
And the biggest thing is this is not something that's going to be completed in 3 years, so he's got to sell it to everybody.
Yep.
You know, and otherwise it may be just a bunch of money going into a deep hole.
See, here's my thought process. Here's why I was saying, and I was doing it very facetiously, okay? Is there something our intelligence committee has told the government leaders that they haven't told us, or our leaders have not told us? I know we have issues with the impending doom, dealing with Russia, dealing with China, dealing with that little pimple up there in North Korea. We've got possibilities here of World War II types of battles. Now, if there is something out there that we really would like to have a show and tell and to convince them why this would be a bad idea, I can understand it. However, howsoever more, here's the issue. We got missiles today that can reach from here to yonder before the battle wagon can get the lines untied to set sail. That's what I look at. We can launch those missiles from silos. We got submarines in every ocean underwater waiting to launch from beneath the sea, from 50, 100 feet below the surface, can launch tomahawks, can launch nuclear-equipped tomahawks. We've got all sorts of armament out there. We've got it located just differently than we had in World War II during the wars that were world wars. So I don't know, but I'm not a warmonger and I'm not a war expert by any stretch of the imagination. My battles are one-on-one with individuals, always were. So not with countries or nations.
Right. Well, the last battleship was decommissioned, I think, in 1996, and that was the time when we started realizing that stealth technology was kind of the future of warfare. A big, bulky ship gave a big, bulky radar signature and was really easy to hit with one of them long-range missiles.
Yeah, it was. It is. It remains that way.
And most of our vessels have gone to smaller, what Trump calls ugly vessels, because they're built for stealth, not for beauty. I don't know. I think he's just misinformed on it. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert by any means.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not an expert, so I'm going to reserve judgment. I'm going to point out the obvious. It looks kind of hinky to me a little bit, but then again, what if? There are the what ifs out there. Maybe somebody knows something I don't know. Maybe we're going to have to do war with Antarctica.
Just a question: happen to check with the Navy?
Ours or somebody else's? I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah.
It came out of the blue.
I did a quick search on the proposed plan for the battleship that he wants to build, and it's got a bunch of high tech and modern weaponry on it, but all those systems are already in use on other vessels. It would seem redundant to build a whole vessel to house those weapon systems.
Single point of failure. One
and
incoming or one torpedo that takes out the props or the rudder. I mean, it's like useless. Has to guys aboard the Bismarck.
Yeah, we've seen even in the Russian-Ukraine conflict that's going on over the war there that drones seem to be becoming a big part of warfare now. They just blew up a nuclear sub, one of Russia's nuclear subs, with essentially about a $5,000 underwater drone.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I would want to hear from, some top military officials on it and see what their opinions are. But
I agree.
It seems like, it'd be like wanting to arm them all with muskets again. Give the military muskets again, because they were cool. I don't know. It just seems silly on the face of it.
Well, now I've got one of those, so don't make light of my musket, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Right. But, trying to bring back, 50-year-old military weaponry, that, I don't know, that don't on the face of it.
I'll have to wait to see. First, the execution would be, I don't know. I'll wait, but I'm not going to make fun of it in the beginning.
Yeah,
We wouldn't expect you not to.
That's my job.
It's your job.
Yeah, well, like I say, I remember some of the justifications they used for not wanting to build battleships anymore, back then.
They're expensive and deadly.
And it's still the same thing. The same thing applies today.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just my kind of thoughts on it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Steve. Have a blessed day.
Talk to you later. Bye. And over in this corner,
We have Kathy.
Marines.
waiting. We got the Marine Corps.
That's right.
Hey, the Marines. How many Marines will a battleship hold? Hey, Kathy.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Happy Christmas Eve day.
Yeah, the eve of the eve. Yeah.
Eve of the Eve, yes.
The eve of the eve.
Please.
I wouldn't.
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on a second. I got to answer Rayford's question.
Uh-oh.
I wouldn't ask her how many naval ships she's been on because her first duty station was Hawaii. So
Bingo.
she wasn't on it.
Okay, wait a minute. Pause.
Aloha.
Now I got to ask you a question. So a Marine goes to Hawaii, and the vessels that are in Hawaii, they are got what they call
Hawaii.
what is those things with the little side thing out there,
Bottom.
and the natives paddling them ashore on the
Canoes?
ways. Well, they're canoes, but they're outriggers.
Outriggers.
So to keep them rolling over. How many of those did you ride, and were you in your uniform?
No, none.
Well, you rode in none, and you weren't in a uniform, or you rode what? I got
I was
what?
in a uniform, but I never rode in one of those. So
Oh,
I
you did?
never got the opportunity.
Oh, okay.
I was MP. I had to ride around on 4 wheels, man.
In Hawaii, you couldn't get on the water. I mean, what's the purpose?
Well, I did on my off time now.
She's a Marine. Marines do other things. Marines are the
You
grunt.
take college courses over there on
That's right.
sand sculpturing. And you go down to the beach and you do your sand sculpture for your grade, and then you all unpack your coolers when the instructor leaves and sit there and drink and watch the tide come in and wash your grade away. So, yeah.
Good question. I didn't know all this.
Well, I guess y'all done a good job because we haven't been attacked since 1941.
That's right. We got them short good and taken care of. So, but I'm going to support Leo on her color purple. Lee,
Thank you, girl.
congratulations.
Thank you, girl.
I like purple too.
You want to get a purple uniform or a purple bikini? Which?
No, I'm not. Oh no, I won't do purple bikinis. That's too flashy for me. I want to stay kind of hidden a little bit.
She doesn't want to flash. Is what she said.
Let that girl talk.
But hey, Lee, it stands for royalty and nobility,
There you go.
creativity and imagination, spiritually and intuition, mystery and depth, and psychological effects. There's your last one right there.
That may be a problem.
Well, I think the royalty and the nobility stands out right there, and the creativity and imagination. That's what purple stands for. So, you go, girl.
I don't think that's what Tim thinks. That's not where Tim
Please
is.
please don't be talking him up. He's going to be calling any minute. And we're going to have to hear about the purple bikini again.
How does he know you have a purple bikini
I don't have a purple bikini.
anymore?
I've never had a purple bikini.
She's looking for one. She's looking for one.
I have nothing. I don't think I have any purple in my closet at all.
You don't think?
I don't think I have.
So you not in your closet anymore? You don't have
I've
anything?
never had it. I've never had anything purple. It's just a.
What?
Let me tell you,
Beautiful color.
being. I know this is going to sound really,
I hope so.
Yeah.
but in my stop. In my size, it's very hard to find colorful clothes in my size because I wear a small size. I know it doesn't look like it on camera, but I have a small build, and it's very hard to find colors. Try to find purple in a size 6. You're not going to find it.
Well, I can tell you, Catholic daughters over at Israel Frog,
Excuse me.
that is our color, purple. You need to come over and join it first.
Now I like Purple Rain,
That's how about
one of my
Oh, yeah,
favorite
yeah.
albums of all time.
I can say I think they should make a song out of it.
We're just all over the place
You
on
know what
this.
purple rain references, don't you?
I have my suspicions. Go ahead and
Oh yeah, the drug culture.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, listen to yeah, man.
Purple
God.
haze,
That's
purple
why
rain.
the painted spirit cell.
That's good.
And that's the one that colored painted carousel. I think that was a little psychedelic too. So, yeah, Lee, I wanted to let you know that, and that I support your color because purple is a very beautiful color. If you get it in the right color, it's a dark color.
No, you missed Kathy. You just missed. Lee was just saying purple is not her favorite. What is your favorite color?
Probably a like French blue.
French blue.
Yeah, like a royal
But Sam's
blue.
blue was French blue.
There's all sorts of shades of blue.
Carolina blue.
Thank you, Carolina blue, lady blue. I mean, they're
Lady blue?
pretty blues.
Or
Pretty
bla-
blues.
Baby
Right.
blue.
Maybe.
Navy. Navy is okay, but I like the French
There you
blue.
go.
I think it's the
French
best.
blue.
French blue.
Good.
Yes.
What's German blue look like?
You have to be female to know what I'm saying, Rayford. So just that's your excuse.
Well, I ain't, but I certainly don't know what you're saying. So,
Yeah, that's a good thing. I guess it is.
Royal blue color, the meaning is symbolism of empathy, which I have a lot of that. Oh, we just changed over it. Yeah, I have to have that
Blue
to
is
work
one of those
here.
colors that describes your mood when you get up in the morning and go out the door.
what my mood is in the morning when I get up and go out the door.
Yeah, that's blue. If it's light blue, you're in a very light spirit, happy-go-lucky. If you're in dark blue, people might want to watch out for you. So I've always looked at blue as the kind of mood you're in for the most part. So
I was in trouble then because mine was always gun blue.
yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, you blew your guns, don't you? That's what happens.
Yeah, but
That's right.
So we're gonna get you a light blue bikini. How's that?
Who, me?
Yeah, too.
No,
Yeah, I don't think so.
No,
can really go far with this conversation,
Yeah.
but
well, then you don't have to get a purple one. If it makes it on to get blue, you don't have to get a purple one.
Well,
How's that?
you know, I personally like the color of pink. I had a vicious idea one time, because I spent a lot of time at Carolina Beach and in Wilmington, of course. And I had to deal with a lot of folks the morning after at Carolina Beach, especially when I worked there. And, some people that were sleeping on the beach and they woke up on the beach and you heard all sorts of stories when they would come in and say, I woke up and somebody stole my stuff or whatever. So I had this thought. There was a zoo north of Carolina Beach called the Totem Inn Zoo. Gentleman ran dad's, elderly gentleman. His name was, I'll think about it in just a minute. But anyway, it towed him in zoo, and he had an elephant there. Had been there forever and ever and ever.
Now we're into elephants.
And elephant was ancient, literally. I asked him one time. I said, can you do you have something you can take that elephant for a ride? Yeah, I got a trailer for him. I say, okay. What if we pink wash that elephant? Like you do whitewash. If we put a pink wash on, it'll wash off, not a problem. And you put him out on Carolina Beach and just walking up and down the beach before daylight, as these leftovers from the night before are waking up and they come in to report, I saw a pink elephant walking on the beach this morning.
Way off the rails.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Way off the
You
rails.
see how my brain works?
Well, that's a great thought, though. I mean, it really is, because a lot.
Would it be fun?
It is talked about a lot sometimes in the Marine Corps. Pink elephants and
Yes.
stuff like that. And especially when you're laying out on beaches in Hawaii, that they're all hung over.
That's what I
So
mean.
let's just. Yes, there's all kinds of things you could do to them. Pink elephant would probably be a good idea.
I just figured we could probably make national news at Carolina Beach if I had a bunch of police reports about that.
Pink elephant.
Oh,
And today, of course, everybody would have a phone and they would take pictures of it. But
So
you'd have the animal rights after you, Griefer, and you'd have people protesting all kinds of stuff.
People that came after me, I just said, get in line, take a number.
That's right. So your tickets.
just so you know, Kathy, French blue is a rich, deep blue color that symbolizes elegance, sophistication, and calm. It's often associated with feelings of trust, loyalty, and stability. Now, I'm saying that's nothing like me, but it's my favorite color. So there you go.
Very good.
There you go.
That's a nice color.
Yes,
So that's a royal blue.
that's the French blue.
Oh, I got a royal blue.
Oh,
It's the same thing as French blue. It just doesn't sound as cool.
I don't know. I think I better have royalty in my bloodline. Anyhow, I just called to wish you all a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Kathy.
I
You
will
too.
be talking to y'all. Got lots of things to do. Santa's on his way, so I got things to take care of. So
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
have a great morning.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas. Yeah. One of the things Santa is bringing, we know for a fact right now, are some wreaths to the
Yes.
cemeteries, because some people have been taking advantage of the buy one, get one free. And I go, wow, we've got 50 wreaths. We actually have 100.
Yes.
The wreathometer that we have.
Teresa Meter.
That's what it's called, wreathometer.
I like that. I like that.
For both cemeteries, and they've got some
Nice.
numbers on there.
Nice.
A lot of folks, Kelly is one of those.
Mhm.
She's one of those early shoppers for Christmas, right?
Mhm.
If you would like to beat Kelly to the punch, let me tell you what you could do. You can order up some Christmas wreaths for next year's event.
Yeah.
They will be on the graves of veterans in at least 2 cemeteries around here that we know.
Hmm.
They will be on the graves of veterans, our heroes, from wars, non-wars. Even if there's not a war, there's the potential for a war, as we all know. That's the reason we have a military. If we only had them for wartime, they wouldn't be doing other jobs most of the time. But we have what we call peacekeepers. We have them here just in case, waiting. If we didn't, we would be speaking something else now, other than the version of English that we speak. You can join this group of early shoppers and whoop up on Kelly, no problem. Okay?
Leave my Kelly girl alone.
Oh, no, I'm not. I like to pick on her because she likes to shop early, by God. You done your Christmas shopping yet? Yeah, I finished it July 4th. What? 2 years ago. Well, y'all can get her right now if you just go ahead and sign up and buy a couple of wreaths. You buy one, you can get 2. That's the thing. You got until the 31st of this month. That's coming up very soon. Very soon. A week from now. No, 2. What week is this? Yeah, this is Christmas week. Next week is. Anyway, Michael, what happened?
Someone asked me a question. Said, I don't have anybody that's military. I said, that does not matter that you do not personally have somebody that was in the military.
Not at all.
All these men and women that are buried in the cemeteries have fought in some type of battle.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you personally know them or not, it's just the fact that they did it. And it's remembering those who fought and served our country. That's what it's about, is remembering them.
Maybe eventually, soon, we can raise enough reefs to actually put on the headstones of those that were moved off the land that was now Camp Lejeune. And it's right there in the front part of the cemetery before you go into the actual. Have you ever walked that area there? It's fascinating.
Yes, it is.
The dates and those that served and what, military they were in. And my sister and I spent hours on it. I took a bunch of pictures, and some of them, the headstones need to be repaired and, but that would be nice to be able to also cover that.
Yeah.
I would love to see a few wreaths sent up to a place called Ocracoke.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You know why? You've been there?
Oh, I've been to Ocracoke, yeah.
There is a cemetery there.
Jennifer.
There's a cemetery in Ocracoke.
It's not washed out. Oh, mercy.
It is a cemetery that contains the bodies of World War II sailors who were killed just off our coast. And they washed up on the beach there during World War II. Yep.
Wow.
They were British sailors. The residents of Ocracoke, which is a very isolated location, right? The residents took it upon themselves, being isolated as they were and still are, and buried them with honors, with, dignity. And they turned the area over to the British. The British doesn't maintain it, but they make sure it's maintained. But those are heroes too.
Yes, they are.
They were fighting in a war that, right on our coast.
There are.
Wouldn't that be good to? It's like 4, I think it is 4 graves there, 4 people.
So many places. I mean, so
that
many.
That would be interesting if I could.
Mm-hmm.
You and I need to take a road trip, take 4 wreaths or whatever. I'll find the number exactly.
Oh, I want to go.
We can take a road trip, catch the ferry, and go on over there.
Oh, I want to go.
In my rod and reel.
Of course.
You'll catch us some
You
drums.
can't fish at Ocracoke.
Yeah, you can.
The water is so rough, you can't even swim in it.
Oh, I have caught enough bluefish there to, oh my God.
Look, I was catching red drum 2 at a time.
Yeah.
You just find the right honey hole. Oh, yeah.
I'll do it from the pier.
When it was legal.
It's not a pier on Ocracoke.
No.
Well, there needs to be one.
No,
Won't
it will
stand
wash
long.
away. It's too rough.
That's right. There isn't one there. Hey, we just do it from the porch of one of those houses on the water.
Jennifer, help.
Help,
Hey, Jennifer.
This whole morning's gone sideways.
You got a pink bikini, Jennifer?
Do what?
What?
Lee wants to know if you got a pink bikini.
Lee does not need to know.
Whether she
I do
Jennifer's
not.
business.
She does
I
not.
do not. I used to have a blue one back in the day.
So it was kind of like
many years ago.
that was a faded purple, right?
So the men.
It was.
Go ahead.
It was a real pretty bright blue because blue's my favorite color.
See,
it was
blue.
like a royal blue.
Thank you.
Jennifer, the
Royal
men,
French.
the men in this room need to know: is it French blue? Is it light? Is it navy? Is
It was royal blue.
okay.
What's the difference between royal blue and French blue?
Royal's
Jennifer?
a little bit.
I didn't ask
It
you.
was
Your name was
blue.
Jennifer.
I wore it when I would walk to our local public swimming pool
Fine.
back in the day.
When you walk to your local public swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
could you have driven, or did you just choose to walk?
Oh, I wasn't old enough to drive.
Well, I'm sure she had clothes on over her swimsuit, Ray.
I doubt it.
A t-shirt.
Well, I had a shirt on over it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Didn't just walk down the side
It's
of the
when we
street
get
in a
older, we
bikini.
get.
They do today here in Jacksonville.
everywhere. You been to Walmart lately?
Oh, let's talk
Oh.
about that.
If I would have headed out of our house to go to the swimming pool and walk down the road in my bikini, that would have been the last time that this girl would have ever been allowed to go to the swimming pool.
But Jennifer, that was in the good old days.
I had different standards.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the good old days.
I've been waiting until Chris was back on the show to call,
Easy.
and Terry and I went riding around the other day, and we had heard y'all talking about the Race Across America and stuff, and I told Terry, I said, I want to go. I had never been. My dad's a veteran, but he wasn't buried at the Veteran Cemetery. I just had him buried here in Kingsport, where Mama is, but I had never been to the Veteran Cemetery here in the Tri-Cities, had no earthly idea what to expect. Place is huge.
Mm-hmm.
I actually pulled over and Googled, and as of last year, it said that estimates were between 17,500 and 18,500 was the graves that Google brought up.
Wow.
I didn't go to the official site, but they had, I knew I had been seeing commercials about the Race Across America. And I Googled it, and as of last year's, I don't know about this year, but last year they had gotten 13,000.
Wow.
And they said that the goal was to have it completely covered, and it wasn't. They didn't have it completely covered this year, but it was honestly beautiful.
It was very beautiful.
They had some of the old where it just had name, company, and like
The rank.
and Spanish American War or World War One or whatever they were, World War II or whatever they were in. And then, of course, all of the front of it was the flat stones. And the best I could tell, all of the flat stones were covered, and then they had some randomly propped up against the white ones, the ones that stand up. But it was beautiful. But I was going to tell you, don't beat yourself up because they didn't get all theirs covered in either.
Thank you, Jennifer. It's just I'm very, very hard on myself when it comes to things, especially with the military and remembering them. And my biggest thing is this, and I'm not sure, Jennifer, and thank you for that beautiful story. If that's an area that has military, military base,
Right.
being home of Camp Lejeune, a military, military
No, we don't
town,
have. We don't have anything but just
Yes.
your local National Guard. We're just here in good old East Tennessee. It's
Tennessee.
right there in Johnson City. And there's a huge veterans hospital and the Veterans Center and everything there in Johnson City. ETSU's in Johnson City, but there are no military bases up here. We've got an Army ammunition plant up here. That's about it.
The young ones that come in for school, they talk about not being up to the standards of those who served, going back to the Vietnam War. And some of the other ones, Korean War, World War I, World War II, and that they don't feel like they're equal to those. It's not to me, it's not you raise your hand, you sign the oath. You are a hero to me, even at the age of 18. You're a hero because you have a choice. And I just want to read this real quick because Kathy just sent it to me. Jennifer, you'll bear with me just for a second. They carried the scars. They stood where others could not. Their sacrifice built the peace we live in. A nation that forgets its veterans, forgets the price of its own freedom. And I think, part of this is remember, honor, and teach. So we're trying to remember those who gave their lives. We honor those who are still serving. And I think it's the teaching part. And we talk about teaching our youth. I think, believe it or not, there's some adults that need teaching about what these veterans have done, because in a military community, there is absolutely, and Lee has said this, Rayford has said it, there's absolutely no reason that every veteran's gravesite in Onslow County is not covered.
Correct.
No reason whatsoever. I'm sorry.
You're completely right. And you know, something that has struck me, and I lived so many years in a military community. I mean, Terry and I lived for 37 years over in 36, I reckon, over in Jacksonville in a military community. And, you know, when I would come up here to see my dad and my family up here, we didn't, you know, we were just sitting there visiting, stuff like that. But since we've been living up here, and when I go out riding around, we see all of, I mean, little towns. I'm talking little towns with with one stop sign, little towns. Mm-hmm. And they all have these huge veterans parks. Yeah, big memorials, big, you know, the flags and everything. And it makes me stop and think. I love Jacksonville, don't get me wrong, but it makes me stop and think, why, where there is no military base up here, but yet everywhere, every single town. Terry and I went riding around Sunday. We went through a town called Nicholsville, Virginia. It doesn't even have a red light, but it's got the Veterans Park. It's got the Veterans Memorial, you know, all of this stuff. And, you know, you turn and you're on the Veterans Highway, you go up, there's this big memorial, and there's this big tank sitting up there that's, you know, where you can look at it and everything. And I really and truly don't understand it. Well, I don't understand the difference. I don't know if it's because there it's just right. Everybody kind of takes it for granted, I think, because it is there. You see it every day. You live with it every day. So you don't really pay any attention to it until you get off in other places.
Well, that's a great point, Jennifer. And that's why I brought up a little history on the Facebook page for our group, is that the Veteran Cemetery here was not opened until December 1993. Wow. Veterans have been buried over at Onslow Memorial Park since 1952. That's why there's 1,500 there. They never had a celebration or a wreath-laying ceremony until this past year. That was the first one there. And so people forget. And I just think it's getting the information out, which these two lovely people that are on each side of me took this by the horn, and just every day would let me call in or while I'm here live and talk about it, because they're very much behind the military.
You know, and I'll tell you, Jennifer, you got to understand those draft boards and those recruiting stations. They were in every community. They would, you know, people knew about them. They were all over. Did not matter whether there was a base there or not. They had recruiters. They would go visit the schools.
There's a recruiting station right here in Kingsport.
The military is everywhere, and the point is
our local high school in the Terry and I were downtown on the evening when the Christmas parade was, and we stayed down there and watched the Christmas parade. And it was the Dobbins Bennett, the high school's their junior Air Force ROTC marched in the parade, and it was a big group. And you know, so there's a lot of reference to the military. There's just no military base.
Doesn't have to be a military base. The military personnel are everywhere. The veterans are everywhere. Doesn't matter where. Everywhere, all over the country. You'll find
my dad was a
veterans living. You'll find graves for veterans. So we need to honor them. We need to respect them. And remember them forever. And
I hope that you get every single one. As
Thank
I
you.
say, the only thing I saw this year up here, I would see it on the local news. You know, they
That's good.
were talking about what? Terry's laying back there in the bedroom screaming at me. But on channel, I think it's channel 5 on the local news, they have a segment every single night. They honor a veteran.
That's good.
That
And
is-
you can send in, you know, and so they honor whoever, whether they're still alive or dead, you know, whoever, whatever it is, but
Oh.
they honor a veteran every single night
Well,
on the local news.
they're all heroes, one and all.
Oh, yeah.
And they're whatever
Yeah.
their respective positions or duties were, they had to contribute. Not everybody's carrying a rifle up front on the front lines. Somebody's got to feed them. Somebody's got to get them there. Somebody's got to transport them to get from here to there. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that go into into dealing with
My main
wars.
thing is I just wanted to tell Chris that do not worry. You know, they were thousands short at, which is a big, as I say, between 17,000 18,000 graves, and they had 13,000 of them covered.
No.
But we'll strive for all of them next year.
Yes, ma'am.
Always,
Well, we appreciate that, Jennifer.
Always good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Y'all
Jennifer.
have a great
All right,
day.
You too, Jennifer.
Best
Blessed day.
Merry Christmas.
Wow.
Okie dokie. Let's look around the community here this morning
Let's do
for
that.
our weather too.
Yes.
Our Onslow Amateur Radio Club out there. Those boys were up and early this morning, and one lady was up early
Thank
this
you.
morning.
Finally.
At Lady Blue's house this morning. That's AKA Lee as in Barrows.
Thank you.
Over
Thank
in the
you.
Woodlands, it was 35 degrees at the time she called in this morning at 5:30ish, 5:27, I think. 87% humidity. The winds were kind of light out of the southwest, 1 to 2, and no rain.
No rain.
Yeah, that was our token lady this morning.
Now I'm a token. Okay, let's move on.
Randy over there in the southwest, I don't think he was on his golf cart this morning, but it was 33 degrees, 96% humidity, partly cloudy, no wind, and no rain. In the borough, our buddy Joe, I don't think he was out walking the streets yet because sometimes he is a street walker, an early morning street walker, and sometimes an early morning beach walker. But Joe had 36 degrees in the borough, 97% humidity, and no rain, and it was no wind, he reported. Dale, over in River Bend, that's there along 258. Speaking of the cemetery out there, back down there on the river, there's a bend in the river there. It's a really cool little place.
It's beautiful.
Going
back
by
there.
water, it's beautiful up there. But Dale reported 35 degrees, 96% humidity, northeasterly winds of about 2 miles an hour. Ward, he'd go across the border, you carry your passport, you can get to Cedar Point, 41 degrees there, 92% humidity, calm, and no rain. Ken and Oslo Bay, 35, 85% humidity, and nothing from there. And here at the studio at the time, it was 30 degrees, 99% humidity. Wind was out of the southwest, and it was pretty light at the time. There's still nothing showing on the windometer, and it's 36 degrees. So it's jumped here this morning rapidly, 88% humidity.
Yeah.
It looks like it's mostly cloudy out there right now. So we'll see. It says that we may have a little bit of rain coming.
Yeah, that's why there's a slight chance, about 20%.
3 violent murder suspects on the run following a jailbreak from a Georgia jail. Really, in this day and time, there have jailbreaks. Men who the cops think are really bad dudes can break out of a jail or a prison. Makes no sense this day and time, right? The fugitives escaped early yesterday morning from the DeKalb County Jail. That's located in Decatur, a northeastern suburb of Atlanta. The inmates were reportedly facing felony charges, including murder, arson, and armed robbery. And by the way, the authorities warned that they are dangerous. No kidding, Dick Tracy. The inmates were first discovered missing during a routine security check.
I can't wait to
what
hear
kind of
how
a
this
check?
happened.
What kind of a check? A
Open door?
routine security check. Yeah, they said security check. A little late for that one, don't you think? I trust that someone has been fired, will be fired, and maybe if what I'm thinking happened, that they will be replacing the thugs behind bars one day soon. Now sit back and listen to a story. 24-year-old Stevenson Charles, 31-year-old Yusuf Minor, and 25-year-old gum computers Nayad Johans are the escape artists. Charles is considered extremely dangerous and was serving a life sentence at the time of his escape. Charles had been charged with murder and armed robbery. He has also been accused of child rape, specifically sodomy on a person less than 10 years of age, kidnapping, carjacking, aggravated assault, weapons violations, and probation violations. He's been convicted and he remains at large. Behind door number 2, we find Mr. Minor. He was charged with 2 counts of armed robbery and 2 counts of possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Door number 3 once housed Mr. Johans. His charges include simple assault, arson, and unlawful acts of violence in a penal institution. He was a bad boy while he was in prison. Johans and Minor were the escape artists, according to the Georgia authorities. Should you run across these guys, best to leave them alone and call the fire department. Those guys have axes when they get on scene.
Rayford, can I do an update on that story real
Yes.
quick? It was just released a little while ago that all 3 have been captured.
Good. Are they
They're
alive?
back in custody. Yeah, I don't know about bumps and bruises, scrapes, broken bones, eyes
How
that
did
have
they
been
get
maced.
out?
You know,
It's-
good question. Good question.
I
Somebody
just-
leave a door open somewhere? I mean, it's
These are bad dudes. One of
Yes.
them really bad dude.
murderer. He's charged with
And,
murder.
and rape of an underage 10-year-old,
That's
less than 10 years old.
that's
Well,
No.
if we're that show prison stories and some of the new one guy escaped, the former sheriff or police chief or something.
yeah,
And he disguised himself
story.
as
Yeah.
walked right out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're criminals. I'm not going to say they're intelligent, but they're
Conniving.
there. You go, conniving. That's the word.
It's going to be interesting. You know, it sounds like to me that something was left open. They were in jail. They weren't in prison. They were in a jail.
Right.
So, I mean, basically, how else would they get out? Open doors?
Well,
I don't know.
no, I doubt they were on a work release
No,
program.
no.
Yeah, it's interesting as you brought that up, Rayford. I was thinking about the Brown University police chief being suspended.
Well, there's a couple more people
Because-
need to be
well-
suspended. You ask me.
I think the Brown University has some
They've got-
questions to answer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think the university does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's some
Let's take a look at
there's
this
some issues
deal.
there as far as alerting people, putting out the alert. Where was security? What
Mhm.
was going on? And Saturday afternoon testing or pre-testing or some kind of exam study.
Yeah, work study. And,
I'm confused by that whole process on the Saturday afternoon going into Christmas. All these number of people
I was
assembled.
too.
And then the dude gets on campus, not challenged.
because I think maybe because they're unique in that a lot of their university buildings flow into the town of Providence.
Well,
I guess. I don't know.
there's a lot of things there, and of course, there's always lessons learned after the fact, but there's
Hard price to
security.
pay.
Yep, security system sucked. The whole thing with students being there on the Saturday afternoon. Fact that this murderer had been on the campus prior to that, scoping it out, and the only one that questioned him was the homeless man living in the basement. I
Which
mean,
brings up another question.
that brings up thank goodness he was the one that eventually broke the case for the police, but homeless man living in the basement. What do they know about this man?
Uh-huh.
I mean, from what I've been reading, cool guy. But, you know, did anybody do a record check? Anybody find out if he was a pedophile or a rapist or whatever before allowing him to live on campus in the basement? There's a lot of questions I have over this, and I think this is going to go away. This is, like I said, if I was university president, I'd go ahead and put in my retirement papers now before I got fired.
Thank you, my boo. Hi.
Oh, is he? I have to go see that man.
He likes my shirt.
Yeah.
Vice President
Go
and
see
Marine
him.
veteran J.D. Vance said he felt like he had been hit by a freight train after a little workout in California.
Saw that.
That 90-minute workout was with the Navy's SEAL team. Some images
Can
have
only
surfaced,
imagine.
only 90 minutes. Some images have surfaced showing the VP carrying
These
logs,
things.
rowing in the ocean, running on the beach, wearing a pink bikini, and climbing a rope
Oh,
obstacle
Lord.
course right alongside a group of SEALs.
I'm seeing some
Even though
spandex.
Vance said the SEALs took it easy on him, it was a grueling session, he said. No doubt about that one, I guarantee you. How long has it been since you were in the Marine Corps? Kudos to him for even giving it a whirl. And not to say anything bad now, guys, do not take it wrong. Yes, he served overseas in the Marine Corps. He was in a public affairs unit,
Right.
which is everybody's got to be doing something somewhere. That does not mean he wasn't trained as a Marine. He was a Marine as a Marine as a Marine as a Marine. And every Marine carries a gun. Every Marine is a rifleman. So truck drivers carry guns. Period. So they're all got that. Another strange occurrence in the friendly skies. Have you been reading about this one? You conspiracy theorists need to wake up. You want to do something? We hope these skies are going to remain friendly, but there is a problem. The pilot of a private jet made a kind of unusual discovery while flying high over Rhode Island,
Here we go.
marking the latest and unexplained encounters baffling both experts and civilians alike. Newly resurfaced video shared on YouTube. Now, this had video back in October by the VAS Aviation Channel reveals the head-scratching moment the pilot radioed the ground and said, "Hey, Radio Island, TF Green International Airport," whatever the call was, had a mysterious small silver cylinder hovering near the wing of his aircraft. Told air traffic control, "It appears to be standing still." Now, a jet doesn't fly, but so slow. I mean, they fly below a certain speed, they're going to go shoo, to the ground. And this jet was in motion. And he said there was a small silver cylinder hovering near his wing and appearing to be standing still, maintaining the same speed he was. He said, "It looks like a strange small object that we just floated by," the pilot told ATC, that's air traffic control. "A small silver canister. Do you know what that could be?" That would be answering. That was the question he asked. There were no other reports regarding an object in the area, and ATC asked the pilot if it could be a drone or a balloon. The pilot discounted the possibility, said he could see nothing attached to the object. The object was seen floating near the right wing tip of the Piper Turbo Lance at an altitude of 3,500 feet before flying alongside the aircraft and then later disappeared from view. I'm not sure what kind of a civilian drone that could be, because that jet's not going to be running 20, 30 miles an hour. It's going to be zipping.
Yeah.
I'm sure Chris has, and I know I have. You probably not. Watched some of those committee hearings in Congress over UFOs and these pilots getting up there and testifying about things they saw that were strange and unidentified.
Yes. Now,
And I'm just kind of like sitting there going, what?
yeah. Well, I've got this one figured out. I know exactly what
Okay.
it was. I just based upon all the information I got. It was something from the past that has come forward. Don't listen up now.
I hear you.
Because it's been watching reruns of Twilight Zone. And remember that thing? It was looking for that little guy that was on the wing of the plane that William Shatner was in
Yeah.
and was beating on the motor. Do you remember that series, that on the Twilight Zone episode?
I
That's the
remember
most popular episode ever, the most
Yeah.
viewed
that
ever.
show freaked me out. I was little,
Yeah.
and it made me scared to go to bed.
I, about 3 or 4 years ago, I found the whole series and I watched every one of them from the very first to the very end. It
Explain
was an
something.
it was an amazing series. Talk about imagination.
Oh yeah.
Some good and such good acting. Some really big stars that were not
Mhm.
big stars at the time they showed up. Kind of like Gunsmoke. We had everybody, Robert Redford and everybody else was in Gunsmoke at one time or another.
James Colt.
Yeah.
Or-
So anyway, it came from
James Colt.
that episode of Twilight Zone with
Robert
that
Colt.
monster on the outside wing, beating on the wing. That
Well,
was
I
on the motor.
can't-
This group, this little cylinder was looking for it.
I can't think of the name, the word I want to use. Retrofraction, something to do with light bouncing off of objects. Could it have been something like that?
Refraction.
There you go. Refraction. There's something else that goes with it.
Well, if it was keeping up with him, and
Well.
then it suddenly took off and disappeared.
Okay. Could you imagine being on like a
JetBlue
JetBlue or something up there in the sky and you seeing something like that when you looked out the window?
That's when the cocktail. Oh, it's when the stewardess cuts you off.
No, that's what I mean. Can I have another, please?
And it's from the and if the order is coming from the cockpit, that's when it says the co-pilot's taking over now, Captain. You're cut off.
Talking
No more
about
coffee.
planes. Talking about planes. We had another plane crash yesterday. A
Yeah,
Mexican Navy aircraft. Have you got that story?
yeah. It was,
I'll let you
it
do
was
it.
doing, I guess, some medical support mission or something,
Yes.
and it crashed.
Well,
Medical mission. Michaud and Mao Foundation, when this is what the group is
Right.
known as.
right.
Something happened as it was approaching near Galveston. 8 people were aboard the aircraft, 4 Navy crew members and 4 civilians at the time when it crashed during its approach at Galveston. Coast Guard picked up, I guess, 6 people. 2 of them were dead. 4 were alive at the time. I haven't seen the latest update. Do you have what?
5 dead. now.
5 dead?
And 1 unaccounted for.
Okay.
But I find there's been 3 stories that stick out in my mind. Greg Biffle,
We can
recently,
talk about that in a minute.
Kobe Bryant, and,
Yes.
and this one, and all 3 had 2 things in common. That was fog and low ceiling.
Yes.
Right. The Biffle one, it was, they did have that was weather. They're saying right now it does not appear to be a factor. But this one last night, the Mexican plane crash, it was extremely heavy fog right there at that airport. And I'm just wondering if they aren't gonna, we'll have to wait and see what the NTSB says. But even when they were showing it last night, you could see it right there. Look at that heavy, dense fog.
Yeah.
It was so dense.
On the Biffle thing, I'm still absolutely, totally confused. I got 2 different reports now. We initially
Right.
reported the plane was taken off. Then the report yesterday, somebody had put out the plane was coming in for a landing. I think
They
the
turned
plane was,
around.
yeah, they were coming in for a crash. Is what they were coming in
The
for.
plane was only in the air
Okay.
approximately 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And they had taken off.
Had
And
they been there that long?
Yeah.
So they had really gained some altitude there.
yes, and it shows in the flight data, the records that they have right now, where it descended, then went back up, and descended, went back up.
What kind of radio traffic was on? Did it declare an emergency?
They-
or anything?
Never, there was never anything done. Now,
Nothing.
on their CVR recorder, they're hoping that maybe something will
The black
be there.
box.
Well, yeah, because that's the only thing they had. But on the Garmin, they have pulled the
Like that.
SIM cards and stuff out of there. They're hoping they can do that. But right now, they're saying that the plane came in low, and that's when it hit the fence,
Mhm.
and it also hit the lights that they have on the poles out there, the landing lights, and then it hit the ground hard,
Yeah.
and it just stopped short of the actual runway.
Yeah.
But I found it very interesting. Like we had discussed, it was Greg Biffle's plane, but he actually didn't have a pilot license for the Cessna 550.
He wasn't certified.
He wasn't
He had a
certified to
pilot's
fly it.
license, but not.
The only one that was certified to fly it was Jack Dutton, who was, they don't know yet. They can't say yet who was actually flying it. But his license was limited as to where it was required to have a second co-pilot who also had the same license for the 550. Now, he can do a waiver, and they said they're checking to see if a waiver may have been done. But he was the only one actually that was licensed to fly that. So, there's a lot of talk about something happened to the plane as it started climbing, and that there's a possibility that something went wrong and they were fighting it, and why the up and down. So every day they come out with something new,
I
but
don't
they
know.
have the
Well,
black
flight
box.
recorder's probably going to tell them something.
Yes, yes.
Assuming that it was activated, so assuming that
Right.
the microphones were key.
Mhm.
I don't know how much background noise they're going to be picking up. Don't know.
They would hear
So-
me screaming, that's for sure.
You know,
How tragic, though.
It
It's
is.
just
It's a-
so tragic. But
Christmas
this one,
time.
this Mexican transport medical plane, didn't we have one last year, that same Mexican transport plane or
there
something?
was
In
something.
Pennsylvania or somewhere,
Yep.
it was transporting a patient.
Yeah, and it stopped for refueling or whatever.
Yes, and it no sooner got up and it came down.
I think it
remember
was
that.
Mexico too.
I think it's so. I think
But
you're
I
right.
believe that was a private transport. I think this was Navy.
It said Navy.
Mexican Navy.
Mexican Navy.
But the other one, I believe, was a private medical transport.
Right.
So I don't know.
It's just sad that
It is. Yeah.
they were showing it on the site that I was watching, and it was so foggy out there.
Yeah.
If 20 feet, you cannot see. It was just terrible, and maybe that was a contributor to because they were coming in for landing and stopped short, so fell short. However you want to say it.
Got a gale warning in effect from this afternoon through tonight. So if you're planning to go offshore, go out now and come back soon. All right. Or stay inland where it's not so rough, because the speckled trout are biting. The drum are biting. There's all sorts of stuff, even from the shore. A friend of mine down in Carolina Beach, he's been loading up on he and his wife together, and she's out fishing him.
Oh
yeah.
good girl.
And I told her a couple of tricks that he doesn't know. He refuses to acknowledge the word. So anyway, he got put to shame one day. Southwesterly winds today, 15 to 20 knots, increasing to 20 to 30 with gusts of 35 this afternoon. Seas running 4 to 6 feet every 7 seconds, 2 to 4 near shore. Sounds and rivers choppy, becoming rough this afternoon. Tomorrow, northwesterly winds 10 to 15, northerly in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 5 feet, 2 to 3 near shore. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop. Christmas Day, southeasterly winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming southwesterly 10 to 15 in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Sounds and rivers a light chop, increasing to a moderate chop in the afternoon. Do Santa Claus before you go. I know Thursday's going to be a pretty day, but this
Yes.
family first, y'all. Family
Right.
first. There are other pretty days coming up. But in case you have a new fishing pole and your boat's out there and you want to kind of just say, honey, would you like some trout to break up all this Christmas stuff for dinner? I'm going to go to the store.
Well,
I'm going to go get some fresh fish.
I have a few things I need to pick up this morning when I leave here. Just a few little things at the grocery
Some
store.
fish.
And no, not for fishing.
I got some seafood yesterday. I drove all the way to Beaufort.
Yeah, I thought so. I heard you this morning saying you'd been to Beaufort and back, and I'm like, what did you get? Crab legs?
No.
Darn.
We got some family coming in for lunch tomorrow.
Oh,
Some lunch. So
you
we're
got
going to do a
scallops
Christmas.
and
Nope.
shrimp?
Nope. Yeah, I got shrimp. I got to get some more shrimp. Though. So we're going to do some stuff.
Did you
Nice.
Tuna.
did you get your roast
No.
Christmas yet?
No, not going to do a roast.
not gonna do
No.
one?
Nope.
It's ridiculous, Chris, the price on them.
Well, yeah, I've seen them.
I'd rather have a hamburger than pay $130 for a 4-rack rib roast. I'll eat a hamburger first before I go. Merry Christmas.
I will go for seafood.
Here's your burger.
So I'm going to
Yeah.
do seafood. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned to Kathy lasagna because that's how the
I love
Italians do
lasagna.
it
Oh,
on
yeah.
Christmas.
I love it. That sounds
Well, I'm
good.
not Italian, but I got no problem with that.
Okay.
As long as it's got lots of meat in it.
Lots of cheese. I have to have lots of cheese in there. Love
I
the
do.
cheese.
I do. Kathy don't. So
I love the cheese.
I like the meat.
Yeah, the meat's good too. It's always part of the lasagna, but it's got to be bubbly and cheesy to where when you pick it up, it just stretches.
that's mine.
What's the worst Christmas gift you ever got? Either a bad Christmas gift or just something that was irritating or something that was just terrible.
I can't think of anything. I can't
A
think
bottle
of
of 7-Up on my Fiero.
a bottle of 7-Up.
They poured it on it.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I've ticked off a lot of people, and nobody really had the guts to do that to me. So you just,
Well, we'll go there, but yeah, that was the worst.
I can't think of a thing, really.
You need to have a different persona about you. That people are afraid of you to do something like that.
But,
Payback is, could be a real bear.
well, as Barney Fife would say, it was raving.
A raving.
Raving.
So you did something to them.
Nothing bad.
Nothing bad.
But speaking of Barney Fife, I found out yesterday. Did you know he was a ventriloquist?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
He looked like
He was the dummy.
a dummy. He was Andy's dummy.
He was the one that sat on the knee of. Look at him. Doesn't he look like one?
He
He
does
does.
look like,
He
yeah,
does.
what a great actor he was.
Anyway,
And hello,
Wow.
hello to our professor, Tom. Duty's listening.
Yes.
As is Miss Phyllis is listening.
Now, here's something right here. Now, we talk about XY and his age,
Yes,
and he just
Gotta go.
recently retired. Now, how old is he?
98.
98. Okay, we just had a lady pass away, Betty Reed Soskin. She was a fauna history. Oh, it's Tim, who was the National Park Service oldest ranger when she retired a few years ago.
Wow.
And she's just died on December 21st at
Thanks for her service.
104 years of age. Now, she just retired a couple years ago.
Uh-huh.
So XY,
You better,
you-
better eat some good food there,
that's
buddy.
right. Eat some good food.
Is this the Donkey Man tune?
Yes, the don't
Just want to let you know, Tim.
No.
It's French blue.
She
She likes French blue, not purple.
She doesn't like purple. It's almost purple. Hey, Tim.
I declare, I like purple, and that's just the way it is. I'm sorry, I like purple. I'm not an ECU fan. Whatever color she wants, whatever it is.
Actually colorblind, so she can wear anything. You wouldn't matter, right?
Tell all my secrets.
Okay, I won't. Disregard all those comments, Your Honor.
Yeah, yes, sir. You talking about bad Christmas gifts? I was sitting here thinking when you said it, but Chris, you said 7-Up on your Sierra, and the first thing came to my mind, well, it needed something besides 7-Up. It needed the junkyard. I never had one, but everybody I knew that had one had a problem.
I
I got 7-Up.
I just had a jealous person, but I loved the Fiero. Our friend Mike Shadid, God rest his soul, he had the first one that was in Jacksonville. I had the second one. Mine was fire red, and you could put that windscreen up in the wintertime and run your heat, and it just was a beautiful drive.
Oh, they were beautiful cars now.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love the concept, but it was plastic. I love it. and I'm still a metal guy. I'm sorry. That's why you see me drive what I drive. But when it came out, and the guy said, "What's this?" I was at the Pontiac place. He said, "What's this?" And he hit the side of it.
Yeah.
I said, "What?" what in the world? But
Well, that was that.
Yeah, boy.
Corvettes were the same way. Fiberglass.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Tim, those were in my radio full-time, nightclub part-time days. So
Flashy
Only
days.
you had to have the image.
yeah,
Had to have the image. Oh, I
Chippendale.
yeah, I
days.
got you, but I mean, I didn't own a Corvette either. I mean, a friend of mine had one. Oh man, we got to go. I'm gonna let you drive it. All right. I got in that thing and I looked at him and I said, my 1979 full-time four-wheel drive Chevrolet drives better than this thing. He said, well, it's not about, he said, it's not about the ride. It's about the image. I said, I don't need that kind of I mean, it rode terrible. But no, it made me not want a Corvette anymore. But no, it was a good lesson.
Hey, Tim, you know, the day after Christmas is one of the traditional days that everybody takes the gifts back that they, whatever, to the stores
Never
that they
taken
came
one
from.
back.
You've never taken anything back? Well, I'll
Never.
tell you what, we used to in TV, and one of the jobs that I actually enjoyed the day after Christmas was I would pick my assignment and I would go do a story and find people with gifts that they were returning and whatever. Now, this is a camera. The camera in those days were big cameras. So I had a photographer carrying a big old camera. You didn't have small photographers. You had big guys carrying this 22-pound camera with a battery pack and a recorder separately. They weighed about the same thing on the shoulder. So they had the big guys. So we're going through and a big light on top of the camera because they were not light sensitive. They needed lots of light to give a good image.
Yeah.
So we're in Belks, always got permission. They always let us come in and we just stroll around and we talk to people and stuff like that. And I'll never forget the one lady will stand out in my mind. I walked up to her and I said, ma'am, now I've got a microphone, got a little, what they call a mic flag on it. It's got the call letters of the station. So you know who it is. It's not a super secret squirrel type of interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she knows who it is. And I said, ma'am, are you here returning some merchandise or something? She says, I am. I said, what are you returning? So she holds up this, I don't know, sweater or something. And I said, what, wrong size, wrong color? Because that's what the idea was, find out why people were returning it. She says, well, I got this as a gift. And look at it. Isn't it about the ugliest thing you have ever seen in your life? I'm like, okay. And I said, who'd you get it from? My husband. Oh, Lord. And she said, I don't think he watches your channel. I said, oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. Everybody else will. Tell him.
Yep. Duh. He ain't going to get let know nothing. Just hand him the cash and go for it.
There you go. Gift card.
That's basically what I did. Yeah, basically what I did. My daughter, she needed some tires. I sent her some money for some tires. That son, they're going to Ohio for Christmas, so I gave him some gas money.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, y'all have a good time. And so they're off on their way. And said, look, daughter, she got her new tires. I guess everybody's happy. I told them I didn't want nothing. I just bought me 12 pairs of socks. That's all I want. And I said, don't get me nothing.
Well, when you're in here the next time, I'll tell you what the then mayor of Wilmington said about the worst gift that he ever got for Christmas one day on camera.
Okay.
So,
Well,
but I can't tell you over the radio.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't doubt it. Are y'all working Friday?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Okay. All right. If I'm able to, I'm gonna try to come in Friday.
Come see us.
I would come in tomorrow, but I got to deliver my corned hams tomorrow. I got to go get them in the morning
nice.
and deliver them.
Very nice.
Are they going to be on the hoof when you get them tomorrow?
No, sir. I hope not. They'll already be salted down, ready to go
Okay.
Sounds
Good
good.
man.
when I get them. But look, y'all, if I don't hear from you anymore, y'all have a great Christmas.
You too, Tim.
You too.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
If you need me, I'll call you.
Next year, I think we need to set up a nativity scene since the little town down in South Carolina's mayor doesn't like some nativity scenes, and I want to use a real donkey.
Yeah.
Well, I can bring Charlotte to the house for you.
I mean, we could out here at least one night.
Oh my
and
gosh, you
we'll
talk
promote the
about
heck out
the
of it.
neighbor wars with decorations. You have a live donkey out here, it's over.
Yeah, who wins?
I did sell Charlie. He was getting big enough. I either had to castrate him or sell him. And this young girl, I mean, yeah, I know. I cringe every time I say the word, Chris, castration. And I sold him cheap to her, and it tickled me. I will tell. It blew my mind. Her two sisters, and her mother showed up to get the donkey. And I told her, bring your daddy's pickup truck. We'll just put him in the dog box. I mean, he's that.
They brought a Volkswagen, right?
They brought an SUV. They called it the farm car.
Oh.
And we opened up the back and loaded him in there, and they crawled in the back with him, one of them did, and held him and rubbed him the whole way back. And when they got out, she did a little video, and he steps out, and the first thing he does is flip his ears around and starts braying. Now, I've never heard him bray, but he started braying. And she said that night he would bray, and she got up 3 times and went out there and sat with him. And I said, I'm surprised you didn't sleep with him. She said, I thought about it.
Oh, Lord.
But she has fallen in love with this donkey, and the next day she went and got 2 miniature goats and put with him, and he is in heaven. He takes care of them goats, and she is the best money her boyfriend ever bought. Because he bought it, and not for her, but Charlie is in heaven.
That is a unique gift. I will tell you, that one's going to be this year's unique gift, I think.
Yes, it is. He bought, and I told him, I said, well, when I got married, I bought her a ring and a jackass. I said,
yeah, well.
So you're not even engaged to be married, and you bought her a jackass. I said, now she's got 2 of them, and neither one of you know how to lead yet, but one of you's going to learn.
Castrating
But
donkeys.
no, I did want to tell y'all Merry Christmas.
Thank you, you
And,
two.
Merry Christmas.
All right,
Tim.
y'all
Merry
be good.
Christmas,
I
Tim.
got-
All right,
Merry
be
Christmas.
safe out
Bye.
there.
Have a blessed day.
From pink elephants to castrating donkeys. I'm going to tell you, what a morning.
Don't forget the purple bikinis.
Yeah, we were expecting a call
Yeah.
from our
Thanks, Blue.
our sports editor for the Daily
Don't forget
News.
French Blue.
And this has got to be him, right?
And yeah, Chris, do your thing.
There it's ready.
There you go.
That's your cue.
That's your cue, Chris.
Good morning, my friends. How's everybody doing on
Good morning.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right.
So, hey, Rayford, are you ready? Are you prepared?
Nope.
No. Are you
Sure
prepared
is.
to be visited by 3 spirits on Christmas Eve?
Ooh. He's
Thinking about it.
I'm trying to think if they can get through security.
That's just exactly what Scrooge would say. You are a Scrooge.
I've been told that many times. I talked about the deer underneath my the sprawling Christmas tree outside at nighttime, and I was thinking about venison chili.
Well, you should have heard what Lee said about you. I texted her yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, Rayford's such a Scrooge. He's such a Grinch.
I read
And
it.
she goes, no, he's a Krampus.
A what?
What?
A
Krampus.
The Krampus. Rayford, you know what that is.
Okay, I'm lost.
He's the anti Santa Claus.
Oh,
He's
okay.
the one that
Oh.
you'll have to look it
I
up.
go in and I take the Christmas gifts out of the house instead of.
That's what the Grinch
I
does.
was going to say, was that in Santa Claus 3, the movie?
No, I think that was Jack Frost, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
but
yeah.
no, Krampus is he's the anti Santa Claus. He's the one that visits the not so well behaved children and punishes drops them, punishes them. Let's just say that.
That's not you, Rayford.
The not so nice kids. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. So when they get up the next morning to build a fire in the fireplace, I've got a 5-gallon gallon of gasoline I've already poured down the chimney waiting for them. That'll learn them.
And of course, we all know Mr. Marks, a good friend. Mr. Marks is on the naughty list. He's on the grammar naughty list.
I corrected it right after
He
you said
did.
it.
He called back in and corrected
I
it.
corrected it. It was our inaugural event.
And then I gave him an out too, so he could use it.
Now you start talking about the second annual.
Yeah, this was the first of what we hope will be an annual event.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So
See the
yeah,
way
every
that's,
time,
that's the way I do it. Cover your
every time Mr.
backside.
Marks, every time Mr. Marks said that, I texted Lee. I said, "Tell Chris."
I kept showing him.
See, now let's go back a little bit in your neck of the woods here. There was no first Super Bowl.
There was not.
There was not.
It was retro. It was like now we call it Super Bowl I, Super Bowl II.
It was named later on, but it was not the first Super Bowl.
Same thing with World War One.
That's correct.
He got me on that one day.
It was called the Great War.
Great
That's
War.
right.
Okay. So going to sport. Go ahead, Chris. Then I got a question for you. Go ahead.
No, it was the first Super Bowl was called or first couple were called the AFL NFL World Championship.
Yeah, championship.
Okay.
Yes.
So speaking of that,
And then,
I'm going to ask you this, Chris, because you are the best. You are the best
Here we go.
in sports.
He's trying to trick you, Chris.
No,
Watch out.
no, no.
Incoming.
I give him compliments. I gave him compliments when he wore long pants.
I only listen to Chris Miller.
Chris, Major League Baseball world champions.
Mm.
Are they really the world champions?
yeah, that is a good question. I would say yes because they've always referred themselves as world champions. And I think the best is to call yourself that. You call yourself world champions if you win the Super Bowl. Because professional football team in the world can beat Philadelphia Eagles. Baseball could be a little bit different because there is some really good baseball played, like in different parts of the world, Japan and Asia. So, but they've always called themselves world champions. Obviously, if you win the World Cup in soccer, then I think that's pretty obvious there. But I know some of you
Isn't that known as football?
Do I know?
Isn't soccer known as football in some places?
Yep, football. Yep,
Football.
or
Football.
Foot.
He's
Kind
football.
of like Boulevard.
But I know that in hockey, people like to call like the Stanley Cup champion world champion, and hockey is such a big sport, in Russia and places like that where they have their own professional league. So it's it's to each his own. I mean, I don't lose sleep over one way or the other, but a lot of your professional like NFL and baseball and so on and so forth will NBA basketball will call themselves world champions if they win the championship.
Yeah.
What's the best and the worst gifts you've ever received or gotten for Christmas that you've ever had for Christmas?
Uh-oh. Be careful, Veronica could be listening. Be careful.
Had some good Christmases. I don't think we really had anything bad or anything. Of course, we're at the age now where we have a 12-year-old going on 13 here in a few months, and it's still fun to it's still fun to to have her excited, and of course she's enjoying not being at school right now and enjoying Christmas break. So I think as we get older, I mean it's more about the kids and it's more about the excitement that they still feel. So we're pretty excited as parents to see what Santa Claus is going to bring to 12-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the joy of Christmas.
It really is. It is
Your
about
kids.
the kids.
Your kids and your grandkids.
So even as a kid, do you have a gift that you can remember that was really special or one that was like, oh my God, why did I get that?
I mean, I got different video games that, growing up and maybe some football jerseys and my favorite players. So those were always memorable. An Atlanta Braves jersey many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that was which I still have, and I should let the 12-year-old wear it a couple years ago when we went to a game. So I can't pinpoint one thing or the other, but different things that definitely stand out over the years.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, who's your favorite player, Chris?
Growing up, there was a ball player named Chris Miller. He played for the Falcons, and when I was little, 10, 11 years old,
Right.
that's kind of that's what got me into playing football. And then kind of growing up with Peyton Manning for the Colts. He was I followed him when he was playing at Tennessee, so kind of followed him and all these years. And don't get Tim Foster started on the Indianapolis Colts. He's a diehard Colts fan.
Oh, he sure wouldn't commit to anything yesterday when it came to sports.
He committed. He committed to his Monarchs.
No. Yesterday, I had a listener ask a question. I won't say who the listener was, but anyway, Tim Boy, he talked right around that, didn't he, Chris?
He beat around that bush pretty good, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I thought he did a good job. He did a yeoman's job of going Swansboro beat White Oak beat.
He didn't answer the question, though. The question was, who did he think was going to win?
Well, he's not going to say his
He's
team.
a politician too, remember?
Well, he did an excellent job at that. That's what we said yesterday. That was a very political answer. Chris, who are your predictions on who's going to the Super Bowl?
Oh, that is a tough choice. I think it is a very tough choice. It's pretty wide open this year. There's not that one great team, but the Colts. I would say a month ago that they would be a favorite, but they kind of dropped down a little bit. The New England Patriots, as much as I hate to say it, they could be a favorite. They're playing well. It's kind of wide open. The Eagles are the defending champions, but they haven't had the seasons they wanted, but they're still going to be a dangerous team. So it's it's going to be pretty wide open. It's going to be one of those teams where it's not going to be like just like the pure number one team that is going to come out and win it. It might be one of those teams that maybe have a few losses and got better and learned from them, and then got better during the playoffs.
Yeah, I can't make up my mind. Like some of the top teams, and I'm watching them, and boy, they did have a strange weekend for football games this weekend. The stuff that happened on the field, it was crazy.
I'm tell you what, that reminds me. The biggest thug in the NFL, thug is DK Metcalf. I watched a 5-minute video of all the unsportsmanlike punching, pushing, and then he does it to a fan.
Really?
Oh yeah,
this weekend.
That.
Did you see that, Chris?
Yeah, I saw that, and I don't really know too much about that. I haven't really followed too much. Apparently, and this is just kind of what I read passing through, was apparently the fan did say a couple of derogatory things that you would not want to say. And so I think I can't put myself in somebody's shoes. I mean, I don't know how I would react if somebody called me a racial slur like that.
Yeah.
If the shoe was on the other foot.
Smack them right out of that stand.
But it's not been verified. But apparently, it's been said that the fan called the player the N-word and then called his mom, the player's mom, the C-word. And y'all can imagine what those words are.
Well,
so like I said, I still don't think a player should be doing that. But again, it's kind of hard to put put myself in somebody's shoes who's never experienced that. So it's a tough situation, and we'll see how it's. But he did get suspended for 2 games.
Oh, really? Because they were talking about a fine or suspension. I didn't follow up on it. That's crazy. A fine would have been enough.
No. He's done it. He's done it too many times.
Oh, well, see, I don't know about his past history. I don't follow
especially
him.
on the field.
But yeah, okay. Well, did you see the big fight between the Commanders and the Eagles? I mean, even the refs got their hats knocked off. I mean, it was crazy.
More than those 3 should have been kicked out.
Yeah, man.
I didn't see it live, but I saw the replay, and it's just one player insulted somebody else's mama, and the other one insulted the other player's mama, and there was some pushing and shoving, and your mama's ugly. No, your mama's ugly, and it was you hate for things that and they didn't really escalate.
They were coming out of everywhere. And the
Yeah.
refs were just like getting knocked down, the hats knocked off, people just like shoving it. And I'm like, oh, it was like watching WWE.
And you
Royal
can
Rumble.
imagine the colorful language that was actually said
Oh.
during
yeah.
the little brouhaha.
And what was that Sunday night? I'm trying to think of who the teams were. I watched so many this weekend where they actually, it was Baltimore, and who did Baltimore play Sunday night?
The Patriots.
Yeah, and the last second of the game caught the football in the end zone, but a flag was thrown, and then they ruled the touchdown no good because they said it had run out of time.
That was there was the Lions and
Lions.
Yes, and
yeah, so that was a crazy play, but it
Steelers
was
and
the right
Lions.
call.
right.
Yeah, Steelers and Lions. It was the right call, and football has a lot of different weird rules that to prevent people from taking advantage of certain situations. Happen. So if I if I score a touchdown, but the offensive team can time on the clock, well, if there's no time on the clock and you're backed up 10 yards,
Yep.
it used to be if you play a long time ago, if you scored on the play, then you'd have to replay the on time down. But now they just hey, there's no more time on it. You got backed up, and if there's no more time on the clock, the game's over. So that's kind of one of those weird rules that weird rules that they have.
That's one I want where you jump up off the couch and you hold your breath, and all of a sudden they go, no touchdown, game over. And I'm like, whoa. The only thing I could think of is we had been at a Cardinal game, Rayford, and they had done that to us. There'd be a brawl on the field. Yeah, there would. With us.
Let's bring it on.
I mean, it was wild. It was some wild games this weekend.
There was telling Kathy last night as we were watching the game. I said, and she wasn't really watching the game, but I said, that player right there, and I can't remember who it was, the 49ers, he caught a pass, and in his contract, that pass was his 500th yard, and he got $500,000. It's in his contract, $500,000.
Play football.
And then, so he's celebrating, and then they reversed the call. And by reversing the call, it cost him $500,000.
Tear that check up.
My.
But I'm sure. I mean, there's still a couple games left, so I'm sure he'll still end up getting that catch and everything. But yeah, those professional athletes get paid a lot of money. But look, it's it's capitalism. It's a people pay good money to go see these players play live, or they pay money to watch them on TV, and the commercials is what helps pay. A lot of people watch sports because of the betting and everything. So there's a lot of money. So that's one of the reasons why these athletes get paid a lot of money, is because people are willing to pay how much it is for tickets and for the streaming services and so on and so forth, for the merchandise and all that stuff. So they wouldn't be getting paid as much if people didn't. Same thing with movie stars. Movie stars get paid a lot of money because people want to go see the big movies and watch them and everything. So that's capitalism at its best.
It's just like ratings for TV.
Right,
The higher your ratings, the more you charge for advertising, the more money that the talent, the anchors, and whatever can make. They ain't got much ratings. You ain't going to get much money coming in for advertising dollars, so you're not going to get paid much money.
Well, then in that case, Chris needs a lot more money. Chris Miller does.
He does.
He really does.
He's
I'm being serious.
I think we should go rally down there at the Daily News. Get them. Yeah.
There's nobody there.
I
know, but we can rally.
Unfortunately, the Belfort building, which I do miss,
I knew that.
was a staple in the Belfort area.
Hey,
and,
listen, they did take the press out of there, right?
Yes, they did.
Darn.
They did take.
We could go in the middle of the night and start a midnight paper.
They moved it probably about 10 years ago to Fayetteville, and then and that's kind of where.
They were printing in Fayetteville for a long time.
Yeah, I want to say 6-7 years ago, and they moved it, and then then COVID happened, and we started kind of working remotely, and then we got bought out, and just nobody's been in the building for a couple of years. And kind of how it goes. So we do have a small little office downtown. Downtown Jacksonville. It's part of different offices, but I still work remotely. I just think it just works best for me and my family. Being able to work remotely, and I think the work speaks for itself. So
Sure,
It does.
Absolutely.
It's
as
awesome.
long as the work.
you got to
Yeah,
be. You got
speaks
first
for
of all,
itself.
you got to be on location. If you just sit back and answer the telephone, that's not work. That's not being a reporter.
Well, and I think we live. It's 2025, and I think people. Again, I miss the days of coming into the newsroom and the excitement and being able to interact with with the news reporters and the advertising folks. And I mean, we were a family. If you ever have Mike McHugh back on the show,
Oh, we've got to get him on.
you can ask him about. I mean, he became a good friend of mine, and we all beat our heads against the same wall whenever with upset readers or different situations. But we were a family, and I do miss that aspect of coming in and coming in and just interacting and having the little Christmas get-togethers at the office and everything. So I do miss those. I do miss those times.
Yeah.
Good days.
All right,
Good
sir.
times.
Take care, and if we don't see you, we'll wish you a Merry Christmas now.
Yes,
and,
Merry
And then we'll
Christmas.
see you after whenever.
Well, maybe
Yep,
at a
well,
basketball game.
Yeah.
Have a good Christmas, my friends.
Come
and
on by
stay
here.
safe and-
Come on by in here anytime you want. Just drop in. We'll put you to work.
Yeah, we'll have to have and you guys got to get Steve Goodson on the show.
I'll
one day.
send him
Why
an
not?
email and he's not returned it. I'll send him another.
Yeah.
He's busy
Well, I
going to
can,
Carolina games.
I know where he lives.
That's right, Chris. You call him. You have his phone.
I got his number. I got his
Well, I
phone,
will
too.
text him. I'll text him and then see, because I think he'd love to come on and
We would
and,
love
and
to have
talk.
him on.
Steve does like to talk.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
No.
Lately, though, he's been sporadic with his show times. I'm used to like Wednesday at noontime, and I think you guys were on last night for the Down East Prep Report. I can't keep up lately. I get notifications, but I'm just like,
Well, when we were doing the football one every week, it was 12 Wednesday at 12, and that just was the easiest, best time. They gave the
That's
football
right,
coaches a
that's
couple
right.
days to start their game plan. But now that we're in basketball, the basketball coaches' schedules are a little bit different.
Makes sense.
A little bit different, and then and I do want to thank Steve because he's allowed me to come back on. And we do like our all area stuff where we talk to our football player of the year and our volleyball player of the year. So I think the kids really get a kick out of coming on. I think they do get a little nervous, but it really helps. I mean, we're not grilling the young men or women like a job interview, but it does help them prepare to answer questions as if you are in a job interview. So that's I think the kids really enjoy it. The parents really enjoy it as well, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, we appreciate having a good sports talk show to
We do.
watch. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, buddy.
Best,
My
of
pleasure.
the, best of the family. Have a good one.
Right.
Merry Christmas.
You too. Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye,
Have a blessed
Chris.
day.
Bye. Okay, winding down the eve before Eve.
The eve before Eve.
Mm-hmm. We'll call this Adam, right? It was Adam before there was Eve.
Oh, let's not start.
So tomorrow's
this
Eve,
now.
so this is Adam, right?
Discussion.
Technically, yeah.
Okay, I mean, we'll be gone Thursday.
Thursday.
I'll be right here, but we'll be
We'll
gone.
be
We
back
won't- I don't think
Friday.
I probably won't cry. Maybe I'll just turn it up, play some music, and leave the camera running for just the background,
Hey, neat.
and just keep running through from time to time.
With different costumes on.
Yeah.
Come through as Santa, come through as a Grinch, come through as
No, I just come in.
what was that?
just a different-
Krampus?
just a
Crank?
different-
Who was that? That Chris
Krampus
said?
or something like that.
Krampus.
Yeah. I could just change shirts and just come in and sit down and read one thing, and then come back a little bit later and read
Tinfoil
something else.
hat.
You know what? How about if
Tinfoil
we came in and
hat.
read that 'twas the night before Christmas?
So it's the night before Christmas. Y'all better watch out because I'm gonna come in
You
to
should
get your
do that
stuff.
tonight. No, tomorrow night. You should just take a Christmas hour. Night before
midnight.
Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a dang mouse.
Yeah, because my cat's got him.
Oh,
I got 2 cats. They will take care of that little rat.
choo, choo.
They take care of the 4-legged rats. I take care of the 2-legged
Let's not
rats.
start talking about
That's our
mice
deal.
because every time we start talking about anything, oh wait, somebody said something about Santa in Speedos. What?
That ain't me.
Oh. It said where he lives, they did that one time. Santa in Speedos.
Don't ask him where he lives. Now go ahead. I know
These
you
are
want to.
purple.
Purple Speedos?
Purple Speedos.
You gonna wear your purple bikini?
No, don't have one, not getting one. It will never happen. So you're going to have to move on from that
Sound
one.
like one of those funny, strange Santa gifts that might be hanging from the tree outside one morning. What do you think?
I chopped my tree down.
No, he said this tree.
You got
That tree.
you got a flagpole.
Yes, I do. And I
Can you
also have
imagine
cameras on it.
Can you imagine? Well, that's easy.
And alarms,
That's
yeah.
easy to disguise.
When you set off the
Can you
camera.
imagine? I'm gonna tell you what I did last night
Mm-hmm.
when we shut the bikes off for competition in the hood.
Oh,
You're live and local, real talk. We're awake, not woke.
No.
We will see you tomorrow morning. Be safe out
Bye.
there, okay? Go shopping. See ya.
Be
Bye.
careful.
blessed day.